Hello, good evening, and welcome to Jiva Theater Center's first annual and hopefully last Quarantine Achievement Awards. I'm Paron Yousafzadeh, Jiva Theater Center's Associate Artistic Director and Director of Engagement, zooming to you from the South Wedge on the land of the Onondaga, known in English as the Seneca. Without further ado, it is my great pleasure to welcome the lady of the hour. So allow me to introduce the hostess with the mostest, the reason for the season, the one and only Mrs. Kasha Davis.
That's my turkey impression. Hello, 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 and thanks so much. Oh my gosh, I'm coming to you via a long distance telephone call, aka on Zoom, on the WWW from Fairport, New York, where life, well, frankly, it's fair. I mean, fair to Midland. Let's not get too excited about it. I mean, it's no Brighton or Webster, where life apparently is worth living. I mean, everywhere else, you're screwed. No, I mean, we all are, right? What we're doing right now is we are making lemonade out of lemons. I have been working on these buggers at home since March, like the rest of you. And as was announced, my name is Mrs. Kasha Davis. I'm a married lady. So those of you who are going to be chatting me up on here, please understand that I've been married for 17 years. Yes, 7 legal, 3 happy. So, honestly, I don't want you to cry. I've got my tissues right here. I've got a whole case. Oh, I'll tell you what, they're really good for exfoliation. And I have been spending my quarantine like the rest of you, bored out of my mind. No, honestly, it's been actually a wonderful time, in all seriousness, for Mr. Davis and I to really just have a wonderful time together. He is working from home, and I am doing what I can to work from my basement. What's great about doing drag now is that from here up, I'm a lady, but from here down, there's no telling what's going on there. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the fun about Zoom, right? You get to just let it all loose, from the waist down. And Perone, she was dressed like a turkey because she had her feathers up behind her head. She had the wall art there, which was lovely. And I have to say, I have been doing what I can to entertain, which has been wonderful. I have my Inspirational Mondays with MKD where I remove my makeup because I'm not going to tell anybody how to do makeup because that would be a tragedy. I'm an old bag. And then I have Storytime Live. We are on our 71st live Storytime on InstaSnatch, Twatter, and Faceplace. So you can catch us there every Sunday at noon and Wednesday at 4. And it has been absolutely wonderful to be able to read to the kids and really children of all ages. And that is my passion, and I'm very excited about where that's headed. We're doing it right here from home. And of course, Zoom shows, and Mr. Davis and I are doing Life with the Davises, which is just a little glimpse into life in Fairport. So that's got a good 12 views on YouTube. So here we are at Jiva, and we're going to do this tonight. And because, you know why? Because why not? I mean, there's nothing else to do. And TV is a bore at this point. We'll get to that later. And it's our first ever global pandemic, if you didn't know that. So we figured, why not do an unprecedented award show at an unprecedented time? And tonight, we are going to have some fun and give ourselves a pat on the back for making it thus far. I mean, the winners, there's so many wieners on this particular call alone. Wait do you see? And while the last 8 months have rendered us rather powerless, I myself am powerless over many things, but powerless, we're all powerless right now in every aspect of our lives. I'm going crazy. So it's true, it has. The good news is tonight that you, the lovely attendees, I believe there are at least a dozen of you here. No, there should be around 100, but we've got 82. So some people thought, but they'll be here. you get to decide this nifty little virtual poll that will be launching for each category. So you get to vote, and don't you miss out on that civic duty and make sure that you vote, because they're all going to be counted, and there will be no lawsuits or recounts. Don't even start. No orange faces here. Thank you very much. And we'll just get right into it. But before we do, I wanted to just, I've been working at the Carlson on occasion, and I started doing some jokes, and I thought I would share some of my jokes. I've got them on note cards here because I'm old and don't have a memory. So why did the Scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. I mean, is that not just classic entertainment? Oh my gosh. Here we are now to introduce a classic gal who, it tells you that life is a bowl of cherries. And recently, she has made a decision to get out of the newspaper business. I mean, it's just the newspaper, so it's dead. Anyway, she has decided to do that, and she's going to be introducing our first category. And she's an acclaimed writer. She's a hoot, she's an actress. She's a leadership consultant, attorney. I mean, she's a lady. She's a true Jane of all trades. The fabulous, the stunning, my pal, Pam Sherman. Hit it, Pam.
I would love to, and I'd love to see I'd like everyone to see how wonderful I look.
I would too.
Because I worked really hard. Oh, start my video, says the host. Oh, there
yes,
I
you
am.
Have to start.
Yes.
There you are.
Thank you so much. Kasha, I miss you. Actually, I don't miss you at all. You run across my feed a million times a day, and I just want to say thank you. I could feast on you every day, every hour.
You're darling. And if you block and delete me, that's fine too.
No, I need you in my life. And I need this evening in my life. I'm so excited to be with everyone here and to have this opportunity to stop and take a breath and talk about the quarantine. And let's just say, by the way, I have been with the Mr. Sherman for twice as long as you've been with the Mr. Davis.
Oh.
And we still love each other after this quarantine. That's pretty awesome, don't you think?
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. He's turned into a whole new husband. You can read about it in a past column, and don't worry about it. I still have a lot of words left in me. So are you ready to hear my category? So as we think back to March, I don't know about you, but the only mask I ever wore was the one I wore with my family when they were driving me crazy. Instead, we have all decided to wear our masks. Oh, wait, I'm pulling up my shirt. That's not what I meant to. I have my mask on a chain. I have mask accoutrement. That's how good I am. This is an amazing mask that was made for me by Karen Eckert of Jiva Theater Center. And she made it special for me. It's my black tie mask. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
And honestly, can you hear me in the mask? Can you hear me? It should have been a nominee, but instead I forgot to nominate her. So now instead we're going to show you the nominees for the best mask of the quarantine. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? The best part about this, guys, is we need your vote. Now, the best mask design nominees are, here they are. The nominees are, this is so Oscar-like. I love it.
No.
Yes, Fran de Silveira, right? Am I saying that right? De Silveira. I don't know. I had a little bit of this for dinner. Jen Lyons. So we have a fallscape, and then, wow, that's just a lot of lines, but it's so amazing. And if you want to do a write-in for Karen Eckert, I should have nominated her. It's a fabulous mask. Is it? Oh, we can't do write-ins?
You can't.
Right, because it'll...
Stop trying to take over.
Well, right. And it'll end in litigation and certification. So instead, pick the poll. Do you pick the Peanuts mask or, oh, poor Jen, doesn't even have a name. We'll call it the black and white mask, right? I mean, is that, would you say? Or the dotted line mask, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. I probably would wear that lovely arrangement with the candles just on my head when I wear it.
I know I love a good fallscape, but I do love Jen's take on it because it's look at all those folds. Okay, so go ahead and vote. Keep voting. Keep voting, and then we apparently we can't vote.
No,
Kasha.
we can't. But so now you're going to be writing and doing all other kind of projects because you're just a go-getter. What's the next project for you?
Well, I'm going to write a book called Outlaw Leadership, all about the work I actually do in real life. And I did feel bad because Irma Bombeck, who I got to play on stage, never retired. She literally wrote until her dying day. But I will keep writing, and you can find me at thepamsherman.com, and plenty of ways to follow the writing from the past, the present, and the future.
Absolutely. I think you had mentioned to me at one point or another that you would be writing a book, and I think that's phenomenal.
I've been talking about it for 4 years, and my family will tell you. Now you've said it in the newspaper. It must be true, right? If it's in the newspaper.
Oh my gosh, Pam, the other day, the joke that you did where your husband said, "Did you get this new shirt?" And no, why do you ask? If you haven't seen it, check out Pam's, I think, Facebook, right?
Yes, for all the attendees, the tag was hanging out as I was doing the dishes at the sink. And I told him today that if that got more likes than my farewell column, I would be really angry.
Well, I loved it.
Yeah.
Now it says, do we need some more voting here? People vote.
Oh, wait, no, we have the winner. It's Fran's peanut mask by 1 vote. Both of them are 1 vote. That was, wow. I don't know. I need a recount. I don't know about you. Recount. The award goes to Fran's peanut mask. Do you have Oh, she doesn't get a slide. This was amazing. Love you. And wait, to Karen Eckert, I love your mask. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now wait, we all have to donate to Jen Lyons' Mask for Voting. We've got you, Jen. Maskforvoting.com. While Fran may have won, Jen's raising more money tonight. Love you all. Give to theater artists and artists everywhere in every way that you can.
Yes. My gal pal, by the way, Pam, my gal pal, Aggie Dune, has been making masks, and she's got the nose with the contour, and then it goes down like that, the pleats, and this. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's fantastic. And I could do it. I don't have to shave my face. I could just wear my eye makeup and I'm good to go. So it's just, less is more. And poor Pam's
We play a game. Are they really pretty?
Oh.
It's terrible. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. And, everyone, when you're wearing your mask, remember to smile. I say one of my favorite things is to sing to the kids on story time. And the lyrics that myself and Andy Pratt came up with was, your gift is your smile. It's yours throughout the year. So you can see your smiling face underneath that mask. So in these very difficult times, it is important, even when you think you're walking through the grocery store and you see Pam Sherman and she says, oh, I'm not going to do my column anymore. And you want to go, I'm like, I never liked it. You can be smiling under there and give her some positivity because she's a fabulous gal in our community. And I can't wait to see what she does next. Okay, so congrats to our first winner. We've got a wiener. Yes, everybody. Okay, fabulous. And here we go. Now to introduce the nominees in our next category, please welcome the playwright of The Bleeding Class, available for your listening pleasure now at recognitionradio.com. Chisa Hutchinson. Hello. Oh my gosh, don't forget to unmute. It's that Zoom thing.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
I think I'm used to it by now. Hello, Mrs. Davis. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction.
Oh.
Shameless plug. I get to do the coolest category. I get to do cutest pet acquisition. Very excited about this. As a mother of a fur baby myself, I do very much understand why folks would think it's a good idea to get a pet during this lockdown. They're cute, they're cuddly, and they don't judge you when you don't have pants on. But I will say they have this very annoying habit of like interrupting your binge watching sessions by reminding you that they need to go out. So there is that. Not that that matters to the owners of the nominees for Cutest Pet Acquisition. And those nominees are Buddy and Stitch. Look at how cute. Roscoe, look at that little face. Oh my goodness. Sonia Sotomeow.
Oh my.
Gero. And the fox.
Oh wow.
Oh, some fierce competition up in here right now. I don't even know, y'all.
No, this is going to be difficult. Everyone vote, vote,
I
vote.
don't know how you are decide. It's gonna be a tough choice, man. It's a tough choice.
Now you said
I'll tell you what, though, whoever winds up winning is definitely going to wish that this came with a cash prize, because they're going to need to pay for therapy once they go back out into the real world and like abandon their pets at home for hours on.
I know.
And
the pets are so
my
useful.
little dog gets so. They are, right? The majority of the time that we've had our dog, like we've been home most of the time, and whenever any of us goes out to get like just some food or whatever, he gets really anxious. We're gonna have to put him on like puppy downers or something. I don't know.
So what is your dog's name?
Smitty.
Smitty. Oh my God. So we have a husky named Max, and Max will.
He's adorable.
Oh, they're the best, right?
That's so cute. We have Smitty is like half Shar-Pei, half Corgi. So he's got these short little legs and a wrinkly little brow, and he's adorable.
Just like me, short little legs and a wrinkly brow, because I can't get Botox because I'm stuck at home.
Oh, y'all, it appears we have a winner. Excitement. And the winner is, shall I do a drum roll?
There you go.
Sonia Sotomeow. I mean, you can't go wrong with a punny name. I think that's what really did it. But maybe we just have like cat lovers amongst us.
Yes. Well, while I have you here, I have to tell everyone and you that my drag name is my first pet and first street. Kasha, an angry white poodle from Pennsylvania. And it was Davis Street, so Kasha Davis. And you can use this, attendees. You can use this for your drag name. Yeah. You can use this for your adult performance name, whatever you like. So what is the name of your first pet?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. And the street you grew up on?
This Avon. Bubbles Avon.
Bubbles Avon. I love that. That is perfect for the stage.
Perfect.
That's it. That's how I will refer to you. That's how I will refer to you going forward. So thank you so much.
Thank you for the rechristening, and congratulations, Sonia Sotomeow.
Take care.
You too.
Oh my gosh, that is too much fun. Mr. Davis and I are allergic to cats, so no cats in this house. I actually had a cat once sneeze in my eye. Just leave that there. I was through it to the ER. Anyway, and to present the nominees for our next category, the creative producer of Recognition Radio and one of Rochester's most beloved artists, my gal pal. I just love her and her fabulous husband and her wonderful children. She is the gorgeous Esther Winter. And here comes Esther.
Hello. Can you hear me? I'm trying to get my video started. Let's see. Oh,
there she is. Oh, she's got the girls out.
Dave, I'm trying to compete with you, Mrs. Davis.
Oh my gosh, you're stunning as usual.
Oh, thank you. As are you, my lady. Oh my goodness. So lovely to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you. And,
all right. Well, let's get right to it, shall we? Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So, since the pandemic began, there have been a lot of things we had to stop doing, right? Going to bars, going to restaurants and theater. And of course, well, hugging each other. We can't do that. But there's plenty we can do. awkwardly. It's a little awkward right now, but we can still do it. And we're going to celebrate that awkwardness tonight. All right. So here are the nominees for most awkward encounter, Wegmans encounter. The first is, yes, it happened at Wegmans. Both of them happened at Wegmans. The first one is about a woman named Sue Barnes. I'm not sure who nominated Sue, but here is the story about Sue. Okay. We were at a grocery store and went to approach the cash out. A team member turned, stood in front of my nominated person, Sue, and said, "Ma'am, you need to step back." And he held out his arm straight with his hand in the stop position. Stop anyway, I digress. All right. He then proceeded to talk with the cashier and eventually waved Sue forward. It was hysterical, and by we, I mean myself, to make fun of Sue, used this experience for many laughs. I wonder if Sue appreciates that. All right. Well, okay, that's our first nominee. All right. Our second nominee is from Chris Mannelli. All right. This is Chris's story. This is a story about that time during the pandemic when during checkout, the cashier discovered he had accidentally cut his finger and bled on all the groceries. Yep, that happened. He felt bad. I felt bad for him. There were crazy extra cleaning protocols and even more gloves. Groceries were quarantined. Yeah, quarantine times 2. The other Wegmans folks wanted to help me reshop, but that was way more complicated. In the end, he was okay. I got new groceries, only missed one thing I had gotten before, and a bunch of new reusable bags. Don't know if that's awkward, but it was an experience. All right, those are your 2 nominees. We have the story of Sue Barnes, "Ma'am, you need to step back," and Chris Mannelli's bleeding groceries. Okay.
I would have to vote for Chris just because I would want to get to know Liza Minnelli better. If I voted for him, then maybe Chris Mannelli and I could visit.
Wait, are they related? I don't know if they're related.
No, it's spelled differently. I just figured I'd take advantage of the moment.
Oh, all right. All right. I didn't mean to step on that joke. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. But speaking of a joke, how do you make an egg giggle?
How do you make an egg giggle? I don't know. How do you make an egg giggle?
You tell it a yolk.
Mrs. Davis. Oh my gosh.
These are classic. I will tell you one more. My friend recently got crushed by a pile of books. He only got his shelf to blame. Shelf, it fell.
Oh my gosh, but Ching is right. Oh my goodness. All right. Shall I do a drum roll? We have a winner. All right. It is the bloody groceries for the win.
Yes.
I need one of those, Mrs. Davis. Oh my goodness.
Well, I think for you, I would give you this one.
Ooh, I love it. I'll take it. Shake. I love that. I'll take it.
Oh my God. Please say hello to the family. And of course, I am the self-proclaimed president of Julia Winter's fan club. So anyone on the call, please, if you'd like to join, she is a star. She will be a star. So
I will let her know. That's my daughter, by the way, for those of you out there. That's my daughter who was in Christmas Carol last year and moving on to other things. Oh my goodness.
Yes, exciting.
Thank you, Mrs. Davis.
Thank you, gorgeous. It was great to see you, and I'll text you later.
You got it. Can't wait.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And to present the award for the most improved of all things, I lift my lash right here for that, most improved sourdough, please welcome playwright and Jiva's assistant literary director, Fran da Silveira. Hi, Fran.
Hello. Thank you for saying that correctly.
Well, I had to write it out and take my time because I think that it's important. My name outside of drag and as he, him is Ed Popel, and everyone says, "Hi, Mr. Popel." And it's not Popel, it's Popo, like Edgar Allan Poe took a pill. And they don't- So anyway,
Well,
I
if
love
I
your shirt.
thank you. If I had a nickel every time someone mispronounced my name, these would be real.
There
I
you go.
could afford real ones.
Ooh, look at that. Some rhinestones. That is
Listen,
nice.
I have nowhere to go, so this is my excuse to dress.
Exactly. That's what we do. We just get dressed up. You know, my mother used to wear all of her jewelry. She's like, why do I want to leave it in the jewelry box? I just wear it all. Enjoy your life. I mean, especially now, we've got to have some fun, and you look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I will be presenting the award for the most improved sourdough. This pandemic, I've resisted cutting my hair. I've resisted getting more plants and turning my apartment into the Amazon forest. I've resisted getting a pet, mostly because I do not like animals. But you know, when you get very lonely, you make rash decisions. But the thing that I could not resist was getting some sourdough starter. I'm a baker. And my only company here at my house is my roommate, my KitchenAid mixer, Harriet Turboman. And but the thing is, did you know you have to feed your starter starter twice a day? Twice.
I mean, you know, they sell bread at Wegmans, but keep going.
That's very true. I should have just gotten the pet, to be honest. And little did we know at the beginning of the pandemic that all of our bread attempts would be good practice for the holidays we'll be spending alone. So I'll be eating lots of bread by myself. This category is for everyone out there who has cleared out the grocery store of their yeast and eaten their weight in bread just like me. The nominees are, let's see them. We've got Esther Winter, Chris Mannelli, and Mr. Davis. Any relation there?
That would be my husband, Mr. Davis. Yes. I mean, he makes the most bread in the house, and he literally makes the bread in the house. So vote, 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 everyone.
Well, we all know which one we'd prefer to have. These are beautiful, though. All of these.
Fancy, fancy bread. I mean, you really can't get bread like that at Wegmans. And it does. I mean, I have to say, I have been able to make all kinds of different shapes with my body from all the bread that's been happening in this house. I mean, and I don't know, what do you like to put on your toast? Do you toast it, or do you just have it as bread?
I just have it as bread usually,
Yeah.
or some garlic olive oil to do like a little dip, you know.
She dips. Sometimes butter. In the morning I like a nice slab. I call it, you know, I have some peanut butter on there and then some fresh blueberries on top. Yeah.
Fancy.
Sometimes I'll add granola and I call it toast of the town. The fancy lady breakfast I have there.
I like that. Well, none of these look like they have soggy bottoms, so they all deserve it.
Oh boy, soggy bottoms. That's just too funny.
All right, and it looks like the results are in, and the winner is Mr. Davis.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Davis.
Oh,
He's a winner.
I'm so excited. I have one proofing now for tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, thanks for joining, Mr. Davis.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
hearing all the fun down here.
I know he's upstairs on a recliner, and he was. I said, I'm texting him. I'm like, you're nominated for your bread. Go back.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations again. Yay.
Gosh. Thank you, Fran. And please don't stop wearing the rhinestones.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm going to sleep in this tonight.
Right? Exactly. I've done it. Although it wasn't necessarily on purpose when I've fallen asleep in drag, but that's a whole nother story several years ago. But we don't have time for that. We're going to keep on moving along. So thank you so much. And we have here for our next award, the most epic homeschooling fail. Oh boy. is Jiva's board president, Maggie Symington. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, it's so good to see you, although I miss seeing you in person.
Oh, you know what? It's great to see you too. And I love that background. It's just stunning.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is my house. It's in my house.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you must live in Brighton.
I do.
It's gold and sparkly.
Sure.
Yeah,
To get to this next award, this is for anyone who has had to run a school out of their living room, and to all the teachers out there staring at a Zoom classroom for hours on end every day. So tonight we celebrate the mistakes because, let's face it, there have been plenty of them. So we have 2 nominees for the most epic homeschool fail, and we have to put on the screen. So the first is every math lesson. And I tell you, I can relate to that because if I had to either learn or teach math using this new math, I would absolutely fail as well.
Oh.
So the second one, and that's Chris Mannelli. The second one is trying to teach my first college class this semester has felt like a failure at times. For example, posing provocative, in his mind at least, questions to 15 college students at 8 in the morning over Zoom and being met with utter silence. And that is Max Cuddy. So go ahead and vote for your favorite now. And I don't know about you, Mrs. Davis, but my husband has cut me down to 1 drink a day. So I don't know if you can see.
I love that. Well, this is my 1 drink. It's a fountain soda from McDonald's.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you know, my catchphrase is there's always time for a cocktail. And it served me well. And then I was drinking so much, I realized I was allergic to alcohol because every time I drank, I broke out in handcuffs. So quit it, Kasha. So, I mean, just this last summer, I'm 5 years sober. So here I am. Yes, I will. Here's the thing. I will remember all of the people from Jiva nominated and winning tonight. So it's everyone. There's a lot of Jiva nominees, don't you think?
There are, but you know, go Jiva.
Yep.
And I also want to say one of the reasons I'm drinking out of this big glass is to get ready for watching The Real James Bond was Dominican. So I'm getting my martini glass ready.
Well, you just drink it up and you have fun. It's fine. You know, they say the doctor says you should have you can have 1 glass of wine or something like that. Make it a big glass.
A big glass. Well, it appears we do have a winner, and the award goes to Max Cuddy. Congratulations.
Yay, Max. Fabulous. All right.
So good to see you.
It's great to see you. Now, you just keep nursing that drink.
I will. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun, and thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I am actually surprised that there were only 2 entries for that category because homeschooling, sounds like a nightmare. I know. Well, I mean, honestly, I do the story time, but I don't know who's necessarily watching or paying attention or any of that. And it's just you have a little bit of interaction. And I've been doing, believe it or not, back years ago, I used to run bingo halls in Pennsylvania with Joe Biden in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I am literally telling the truth. And Joe Biden wasn't running the bingo halls. I was, but we were both from Scranton. And now I'm doing bingos for colleges over Zoom. And it's great because the kids don't talk. And so I just have to keep on talking. And so I pull out some cheesy jokes like, what's the population of Brazil? About a Brazilian people. That's just the best. Oh. Anyway, something tells me, though, with just a few nominations, that there weren't a lot of people very forthcoming about their homeschooling trials and tribulations. I have to say, I think if my mother had to homeschool us, she would just lock us in the coal bin in Scranton and say, good luck. Anyway, here we are. Here to present the Guiltiest Netflix binge is another beloved actor here in Rochester, whose melodious voice is featured in The Bleeding Class. Jonathan Nikitha. Hello, Jonathan. Oh,
hello, Mrs. Davis.
Look at you, all dressed up for the evening.
Thank you. I'm trying. Literally, it's the only thing that's clean. So just threw it on.
There you go. I mean, we can't smell over the Zoom, so you don't have to wear clean clothes. I don't.
You didn't have to say that because I do feel triggered, but it's quite all right. It's very true. All right, so we are here with my category, which I feel so privileged to be able to share. This category is one that we all can identify with, and it's a great reminder that in the darkest of times, the arts remain essential. Also, it's a reminder that it's easier dealing with other people's problems, especially when they get resolved over the course of 30 minutes to one season later. So there's that. So if you can use your couch to cast a paper mache mold of your backside, this category is for you. If you've felt personally attacked when Netflix says, hey, Drew Lee Andrews, are you still watching? This category is for you. And finally, if you spent a minimum 17 hours scrolling through categories, trying to figure out what to watch and getting way too involved with Bollywood romance trailers, this category is for you. It is my honor to present the nominees for Guiltiest Netflix Binge, and they are Marty Korn, binging The Crown into the wee hours of the following afternoon. Fran Da Silveira, binging Married at First Sight. Jenny Werner, binging Dash and Lily. It's cute. Perone Yusufzada, binging Emily in Paris. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, Perone. Esther Winter, binging Dead to Me. Oddly enough, that's the last thing that she said to me. Chris Mannelli, binging The Tiger King. And little known fact, Carol Baskins is my Patronus. Just throwing that out there. Jen Lyons and her daughter Maddie binging all of The Babysitters Club in one rainy day. Angela Giuseppetti binging only Matt Damon movies in a Matt Damon movie-thon. Christine Celian and Mark Cuddy binging The Sopranos. We already know how it finishes, but it's still quite all right. And then Max Cuddy in the other room binging Kipo in the Age of Wonder Beasts. It's a kid's show, except he watched it without any kids present. And as a father, I don't know why you would do that, but no judgment, all love. This is a strong list of contenders, so I invite you to look at the poll and please cast your votes.
Now, what's your favorite, Jonathan, of those?
Of these, I would have to say The Crown, episodes 2, 4 of season 1, and then I think like half of two episodes. I fall in and out of sleep as my wife is watching them, so it's one of those things. And The Tiger King was fascinating.
I didn't see that one, no, but I do have this.
Go ahead.
For The Tiger King.
Oh, all right.
No, I haven't gotten it. I felt like I watched The Tiger King by what everybody said on social media and Twitter and everything, So it was like, okay, I figured out what's happening. So I didn't get into that. Dead to Me, I did though.
You did?
Yeah.
We started I think it was the first, episode and a half. And it's weird. I make fun of the younger generation and attention spans, and Netflix has really shown the mirror, and it's me that I'm talking to.
That's what happens. Oh, and what about the one with the girl playing chess? That one's new.
Yes, she is got this. Her look is just so mesmerizing. The Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit. Yes, that's another one. The 8 hours of your life, and then you feel like you can buy a chess set and do something with it.
I know. I've never played chess. I need to start. I'm like,
Well, and then the Matt Damon movies. Can I ask you, Mrs. Davis, what is your favorite Matt Damon film?
Honestly, I don't have one.
Yeah, I think you and me both.
I mean, not a one. You would be surprised. Mr. Davis likes to put what's on television, and I follow the leader. And I don't like a lot of bloody stuff, and I don't like a lot of dumb, like the silly comedy stuff. I shouldn't say dumb. Silly comedy stuff. So I'll find myself, like, if I'm home alone, I'll be listening to music, lots of old concert, Tina Turner, Judy Garland. I'm just one of those, that's what happens to me. I get sucked into that kind of world. And so that's why I think I like historic things like The Crown.
Nice. And it's told so beautifully with different casts over periods of time. But it looks like we do have a winner
We do.
Yes, and the award goes to Marty Korn for binge watching The Crown.
Woo!
Go ahead, Marty. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Well, Jonathan, it's great to see you again. It's like one weekend after another here.
I feel so honored. It is lovely. It's lovely to be in the space with you. And I toast to your sobriety. That was so wonderful for you to share that. And I celebrate you. And I'm so happy of all the great things you get to do.
Oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you so much. And so kind. I appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take care. I will see you around.
Yes. All right. Well, now we all know different things that we want to, watch on Netflix. And it's what happens. We get caught up. Well, we're going to keep moving along. And now we're going to welcome the CEO of ESL Federal Credit Union and proud member of Jiva's Board of Trustees, Fahim Masood. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Davis. Wonderful to be with you. Also coming from Fairport.
Oh.
So we're sucking up all the bandwidth in Fairport here. So
that's right. Here we are.
Good to be here with you. And I have the pleasure of presenting the Best Banana Bread Award. And it's been an amazing time. I have to say, this is a wonderful evening. Thank you to you and Jiva for doing a great job of breaking up the monotony of this quarantine. It's wonderful to be here, wonderful to have something different to participate in. And speaking of that, all of us have, through this period, been trying all kinds of new things. I know I have, and I'm not sure I've tried some of these, but we know a number of people who have suddenly become the barefoot Contessa when we went into the lockdown, or maybe you were that friend from soups to casseroles to, you guessed it, baked goods. This award is for all the chefs out there. And the nominees for the best bread, banana bread, are Fran da Silveira and Peron Yusufzadeh. Both of those things look awesome.
They do. Now, do you bake do you like to bake?
I love to eat. As you said, there's Wegmans. Unfortunately, my wife is an amazing cook. So I was seeing that sourdough bread, and I've tried all kinds of sourdough in this quarantine. And I have a cheesy joke for you.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you know what the difference is between a hippo and a Zippo?
What's the difference?
One's a little lighter.
I love it. Okay. So let's see. Well,
I guess I wasn't that good, but okay.
That's okay. What do you call fake pasta?
Pasta? No.
Impasta.
Good one.
Yeah. And then where do animals go when their tails fall off? The retail store. I mean classic.
That is great.
It is too much fun. Well, I'm glad to know that somebody else lives in Fairport.
Yeah, there are a few of us.
Yes, just a few. And I have to say, all of this bread talk is making me want to go and eat it. But I think we have a winner.
All right, and our winner is Peron Yusufzadeh. So congratulations, Peron. What's that? Someone said rigged. I don't know what that means, but whatever.
Well, I mean, people would say rigged, but it's all Jiva people who are nominated. So
well, they deserve it. They're providing good entertainment to us tonight. So
that's right. And you know what? We love Peron. She does such a marvelous job putting this together. So I'm glad that she won. And hopefully she'll send us some banana bread. I mean, for thanks here in Fairport.
Absolutely
half and half.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here this evening. It's been wonderful.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Me too.
Okay. Well, there is no better way to spend the afternoon or, like 8 months going through your bookshelves and reading and rereading all of the books that you bought, and then especially the self-help ones, then you're still messed up, but you didn't read the book, and then even after you read it. Anyway, talking to myself in the mirror here. So, okay. But they really, sit down and read a good book or two. Please welcome Jiva's very own artistic director, Mark Cuddy, to the screen. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mrs. Kasha Davis. How are you?
Oh, I'm just a delight, really, darling. How are you? Don't forget to turn on your camera.
Yeah, it was blocked, but I think I've started. You can see me now, right?
I can see clearly now. Whatever.
So Kasha, I want to tell you my drag name.
Yes, first pet, first street.
Myrtle Hooper.
Myrtle Hooper.
Now, that's pretty old-fashioned, I know.
I would say, man. No, I love it. Myrtle Hooper. She would be a good gal pal of mine. We go
Right?
to town. She probably only has, Genesee beer, that Myrtle Hooper, in her wicker purse.
It's so true. Myrtle Hooper. Goodness gracious. Myrtle was a turtle, of course.
There you go.
Right. Well, I am so thrilled to be with you and to do the Bookworm Award because, we've all had just a little time on our hands, and I'm sure we're reading a book a day, to be good for us. I just finished a book, an incredible book by Edwidge Danticat called Brother, I'm Dying. I recommend this book. Brother, I'm Dying by Edwidge Danticat, who is a writer. She was originally from Haiti. And then my family tends to give me, because I like these very, very thick, very big biographies. I'm working on the Wright brothers right now. It's by my bedside. Of course, there was Frederick Douglass and Hamilton and what's this one? Bobby Kennedy, but I've read a bunch. I'm most looking forward to 60 fun things to do when I retire within 60 miles of Rochester. I have to wait a little bit for that. And it's the right size. But I am pleased to give you our first nominee. It's Jenny Werner, who read over 40 plays. Of course, I do know that she did over the last 8 months. Plus, she's finished these books: Dread Nation by Justina Ireland, Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler, Peter Jemison's The Treaty of Canandaigua. Everyone should read that. Word Warrior by Sonia D. Williams, The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. We all have read that at Jiva. Agent 355 by Marie Benedict, Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomika Abiyemi, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, not to be confused with Susan Collins, The Color Purple by Alice Walker, and she started but not finished One Person, No Vote by Carol Anderson, The Five by Hallie Rubenhold, The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin, To Believe in Women by Lillian Fatterman, Cast by Isabel Wilkerson, On Beauty by Zadie Smith, and Emergent Strategy by Adrienne Marie Brown. And frankly, this is our first nominee, and we're just going to cut it off right there. No more nominees. I think we have to give it to Jenny because I don't know how anyone could possibly compete with that. So congratulations, Jenny Werner. She is Jiva's literary director, so she knows literature up and down.
The whole time my mouth was agape because those are a lot of words. I'm working on 101, so bad they're good dad jokes, because my next show is going to be Mrs. Kasha Davis, Dad Jokes in a Dress. But, I have to tell you, Mark, you mentioned a couple of recommendations, and I have to say we're in Thanksgiving week, and I have read in the last few years and reread a book that's called Thank and Grow Rich by Pam Grout. It's fun, it's funny, and it focuses on gratitude. And I have to say that, right now we could all use that practice because we get so caught up in the news. Of course, we have real fears with regard to, the election, of course, but COVID and we can get caught up in fear and negativity. And when we list gratitude, abundance comes our way. And things like moments like this, getting together for some laughter, to be grateful, more and more will come our way. And I can't stress that enough, that it really is a wonderful book and a wonderful practice. So I am grateful to be here tonight. So thank you, Mark, and thank you, Perone. But yes, I had to mention that because it is my favorite book right now.
Well, I have deep gratitude for you and for everyone who's attending tonight. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Mark had a lovely hat on earlier that I think was his dad's, and it was just darling. I had to admire it. I normally see him with a fabulous hair. All of my hair is on styrofoam heads. So yeah, I'm not jealous at all. Okay, so and the other thing you can do is you can go online and you can read some of Pam's columns online because she's going to continue writing. Okay, next up, we know that Jenny is the biggest bookworm and the biggest writer. And this next category, I do need to present myself because we have a little bit of a dramatic battle here. It is a family battle, and it is best do your own haircut. And here we have the 3 nominees for your own haircut. We have Mark Cuddy. Wow. That's good. I don't know if I'm jealous anymore. Good job, Mark-ish. We have our second nominee, Max Cuddy. And well, I mean, it's curly and you're adorable. So you can work it, and you've got your grandfather's hat. And then we have Gus Cuddy. Oh, okay. Oh, well, then you know what? That works. I mean, again, happiness prevails. I mean, I think that I should have gotten the chance to be nominated for best do your own haircut because, I mean, I shaved this myself. I don't know about that, but we'll just everybody start to vote while I put this hat back on. See, this is what's underneath the wig for Mrs. Kasha Davis. And so Max, Mark, and Gus, there we go. Well, while you vote, I'll just adjust my poodle named Kasha here on top of my head, and we will go from there. And we'll see who the winner is, Mark, Max, or Gus. I have to say, while we wait, I have to do a cheesy joke. What did the apple say to the orange? Nothing. Apples don't talk. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than that. Oh my gosh. What should you do if your dog chases people on a bike? Take the dog's bike away. I mean, they can't be riding around Fairport on a bike. How did the farmer fix his pants? With Cabbage Patches. Of course, everybody remembers Cabbage Patch back in the 80s, probably just me and Mark. Anyway, there we have it. So, do we have a winner? Yes, we do. It is Gus Cuddy. Gus, you are a winner. Oh, and you, along with everybody else at Jiva, will be receiving a certificate. And just a sticker that says thanks for logging into Zoom tonight. Oh my God, truly, thank you everyone for logging in. It's much appreciated. We're having fun and we hope that you are too. We do have one final category and one very exceptional person to present it. Please welcome co-founder of Rochester Latino Theater Company and assistant director of multicultural programs at Rochester Institute of Technology, Stephanie Paredes. Did I say it right?
Yes, Miss Kasha Davis.
Are you wearing?
I was procrastinating eating dinner.
But you know what? You get a free pass because you are wearing a Wonder Woman tracksuit. I see.
Yes. I was eating one of my empanadas.
This is one jealous queen right here because I need that. Please send me a message on any form of social media where you got it. I don't even care what size it is. I'm wearing it.
Absolutely. I also have a dress to go with it and a necklace, and it's a whole thing with Wonder Woman. I'm currently very, very obsessed. And I feel like you're a Wonder Woman. I am inspired by you, and I love you, and I'm a huge fan, and you're just glamorous inside and out.
Oh, thank you so much. And as my cousin Michelle says, stop. No. Thank you. You are fabulous, and we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. It's so much fun being here. I was eating this delicious empanada because I was procrastinating eating dinner because I'm like, no, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And I'm like, oh, now I'm really hungry. Now I have to eat it.
Yeah.
So let me know if you want some empanadas. I make them as well. Empanadas by Stephanie. You let me know what you like, Mrs. Kasha Davis. I will send you some away.
I'm in.
I love it. So naturally, this procrastinated task, something that you finally were able to accomplish, which is sadly the end of the show. So you waited to get it done. Well, now you have to wait to win too. We have some great nominations. Now, I'm a fan of procrastinators because I feel like it takes a different sense of strength for you to be a procrastinator. We have some great nominees in this Kasha Davis.
Yeah.
Yes. The first nominee is Fran de Silveira. Now, I'm going to sound, every one of these names, they're going to sound Dominican because I'm Dominican, so everything is in So if I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry, but it's also I'm Dominican. So Miss Fran said, I finally did a deep clean of my oven and microwave. Imagine years worth of grease caked into every nook and cranny. That was my arm exercise for the next month. And now I am extremely paranoid when I cook about keeping things spotless.
Oh.
All right. Next up, we have Jenny Warner. There was a room in my house that we used to pretend didn't exist. Wow. That sounds a little 50 Shades of Grey. No judgment. It's fine. Yeah. It's a 3-season room off the living room, and it was full of papers that needed to be filed or shredded, a treadmill we never used, some dog toys the dogs had destroyed, a broken chair, and things we were just too lazy to throw away or put into storage in the appropriate place. Early in the pandemic, we completely cleared the room, turning it into a really lovely office space.
Wow.
Of course, now it's the season that we can't use the room again. It's freezing out there. But Jenny says, I'm excited to use it again if the weather warms up and we're still, heaven forbid, working from home. Next up, we have Derek Madonia. I painted many rooms off his honeydew list. I like honey.
Yes.
Honey does well in many situations. All right, next up, we have Scott Falkowski. I cleaned out the basement and turned it into a home gym. Great.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yes. I would be putting like my clothes on those workout machines.
Yes, your workout clothes on the workout machines. Mark Cuddy said, I tightened all of our door hinges. Max Cuddy says, I finally bought a real couch.
Nice.
Well, it's a competitive category, that's for sure. Now we're going to ask people to cast their vote for the procrastinator who best redeemed themselves. Now, Mrs. Kasha Davis, I have a corny joke for you. Feel free to use this one. Ready? What did the math book say to the pencil?
What did it say?
I got a lot of problems, man.
Oh my God.
That's the best that I could do.
That's okay. What do you call a cow with a twitch?
A cow with a twitch.
Beef jerky.
Would have named it Candace, but that's an inside joke with me and my friend Jonathan.
There you go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. And the oven one here, the deep clean oven. I have this drip inside my oven that is in between the glass. How did that happen? It's in between the glass. It makes me crazy. I say to Mr. Davis all the time, I'm like, I think we need to get a new stove. And he's like, it's fine. I'm like, but there's that drip.
No one wants the drip. The drip is. If you ever see the drip, it's time to get rid of it and get a new one. And we have a winner.
We have a winner. No one wants the
winner is Scott Falkowski. Congratulations. Congratulations for cleaning out your basement and turning it into a home gym. And hopefully you're using the gym.
Yes, I'm sure they are. Oh my gosh, those two are fabulous shape. Mr. Davis and I just eat that sourdough bread, walk around a little bit with our dog Max. But I have to tell you, Stephanie, Mr. Davis and I are, I wouldn't say we're vegan, but we're vegetarian, borderline vegan, and we eat a lot of lentils. So every night before we go to sleep, it's like, how was dinner? Really good. How about yours? Really great. It's just the way vegans communicate. It's gassy. It's just gassy, Stephanie.
Always a good time.
Yeah. That being said, just let us know before you come over. We'll open a window.
I'll make sure to keep that in mind.
Wonderful. All right. You have a great evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Yes. Thank you. Well, we do want to say congratulations tonight to all of our winners and all the presenters for making tonight so special. Wow, that's how long the applause usually go on when I go on stage, for about 2 seconds, and it's recorded. But on a truly more serious note, no award or word of thanks will ever be enough to acknowledge the incredible work and sacrifice our frontline workers who are carrying an impossible burden for us during this difficult time. And we are so grateful to all the essential workers who are keeping us safe and saving lives every day during this time and at all times. And the best way to thank them is to keep doing our part to stop the spread. And of course, stay home, save lives, and for out and about, wear that mask, wear those fashionable masks we saw earlier. So don't forget to tune into all the plays, part of Recognition Radio, an audio festival celebrating Black voices. You can purchase access to the plays and check out info on more upcoming virtual events at www.recognition-radio.com. And I want to say thank you so much for tuning in on Zoom. Everyone, please stay healthy, mask up, and have a peaceful, grateful, safe holiday. Lots of love from our home to yours. Thank you, Jiva, and thank you, everyone. Have a great night.